I thought I saw this piece break loose. Whoa! That is amazing. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps out a lot. It doesn't cost anything. It just gives you a notification when I release a new video. Anyway, today I'm in Moorhead, Minnesota, standing in front of a house that showed up on an 1890 map. I've got permission to excavate the grounds in search of artifacts, so we'll take a walk around and see what's going on. Here's the house. It has a lot of its original features. It's actually a stone veneer over the original brick. It's a fairly wide open back lot. I've got the utility lines marked out. If there's something back there to find, we should be able to locate it. Just off the north side of the house, I noticed this sunken area. I pushed a probe rod through the ground and felt what I believe is coal ash, a loss of compaction, and possibly some glass. That's a good indicator of an early site. We'll get this thing opened up. I'm down almost 3 feet and we're getting into all kinds of fragments. This stuff seems to be 100+ years old. Here's some kind of church token. Looks like it's made of aluminum. And got this clay marble. I believe these were imported from Germany. It's got just a really beautiful color gradient to it. And just down here, we've got what may be our first whole bottles. A few of them. Let's see here. Hard packed dirt. Don't want to break anything. There we go. Chamberlain's colic, cholera, and diarrhea remedy. Des Moines, Iowa, USA. Chamberlain Medical Company. So there's a Chamberlain Medical Company, Des Moines, Iowa, and Chamberlain's patent medicine. That's got to be 120 years old. Huh. Look at that, a little button. Could have been made from some kind of celluloid, or it could actually be made from a shell. May have been off of maybe a dress. Whoa. Johnson's Purity brand. 1 pint. See, Minnesota and North Dakota. Must have been a local company. And Johnson's Purity brand. Note the top's damaged. These were usually returned. So it must have broken and they couldn't get the deposits, so they chucked it down here. That's a early machine-made piece. Oh, there we go. That's a tooled top. So looks like a round style prescription bottle. Could have been from a local drugstore. Looks to be from about 1905. Been working around this. It looks like some kind of granite ware. Maybe a wash basin. Look at that. Anything inside? Some kind of an insert, or maybe a second piece. Yeah, it looks like a couple, maybe wash basins or pots for boiling water. It's amazing to me how well this enamelware held up in the ground all those years. Each one has a different kind of pattern, color. Always cool to find these. I was digging down and this bottle flipped up. Still full of groundwater. Looks like some kind of toiletry bottle. That's a very unusual shape. I've never dug one like this before. It's got a tooled top. I'd put it at about 1905. Get into a solid trash layer. I've got a few things down here. Some eggshells. Okay, that's a chemical, pharmaceutical type bottle. Yep. Park Davis and Company. They had one of the biggest pharmaceutical manufacturing companies in the US during their time. That's definitely a circa 1905 piece. It's a really nice color. Huh. Broken Schmidt beer, another popular product for its time. Look at all this stuff. Here we go. Oh wow, C.W. Green, Red Cross Drugstore, Devil's Lake, North Dakota. That's a long ways from home. It's made by the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company. Mark on the bottom. And yeah, it's one of the last things I expected to find in Moorhead. They actually had some pharmacies here with embossed bottles. I would have expected to find one of those. Look at all this stuff down here. This is awesome. Kind of a generic piece. Could have held a number of products, likely some kind of pharmaceutical type piece though. And a machine-made liquor flask. You can see the ring on the bottom. That's from the Owens automatic bottle machine. Since this is machine-made, it puts this at 1910 to 1920 because the Owens machine couldn't produce thin-necked bottles like this until 1910, and it would date before National Prohibition took over around 1920. Okay. Yep, Mrs. Winslow's Soothing Syrup. The Anglo-American Drug Company. Successors to Curtis and Perkins. So there it is. Mrs. Winslow's Soothing Syrup. It's a tooled top piece. They nicknamed this the baby killer. It was actually morphine. Morphine based. Used to quiet colicky babies. And a blank prescription. This one dates from 1908 to 1916. The reason is it's got these increments on the side and this reinforced lip. The glass companies didn't offer that in their catalogs until 1908, and by about 1916 all the bottles like this in the United States were manufactured with the automatic bottle machine. I'm amazed at all the stuff down here. So, that's unusual. I thought it was like a little vial at first, but as you can see, it doesn't have a bottom to it. It's unusual. Here we go. Got a soda. Oh, it's a tooled top. Fargo Bottling Works Company, Fargo, North Dakota, 8 ounce. Got like a kind of like a green aqua color to it. Very faint embossing, full of groundwater. Yeah, this dates to about about 1905. This is truly amazing. Another liquor flask made by the Owens bottle machine. Another machine-made piece, 1910 to 1920. And another. Looks like another liquor flask. No writing on it. Another machine-made piece. Looks like it has a mold code or mold number on the bottom, but no maker's marks, unfortunately. Look at all this stuff. There we go. It's an ink bottle. Diamond Ink Company. It's very faintly embossed. You can see it when the light hits it just right. But that's a machine-made piece. And a machine-made beer. Definitely 1910 to 1920. And another liquor flask. Now this is an eagle style, by the way. You can tell by the ring around the neck. It's machine made. Oh wow. That's a really nice piece of dinnerware. Hopefully we can find the rest of the pieces. This could be an interesting piece, and I see some embossing there. I think that's a soda. I'm truly amazed at how much stuff is in here. It's like a shoe polish bottle. Shoe polish or boot polish, machine made. That's unusual. It's got the Illinois Glass Company mark on the bottom, that eye and a diamond. Could be some kind of pharmaceutical. Looks like has some kind of pry-off cap on it. Solid trash layer for sure. And another Eagle style liquor flask. Huh. That's an unusual flask. I think they may have called this a cork and seal finish. Just kind of a pry-off cap. A broken beater crock. On a Mrs. Stewart's Bluing from Minneapolis, machine made. I believe this was sold by the Luther Ford Company. A little homeopathic vial. These held very tiny pills. They had paper labels on them originally. The ground must have eaten it away. Alright, what do we have here? Western Bottling Works, Moorhead, Minnesota. That looks mint. That's a really nice one. It's got very strong embossing. It's got 8 ounces on it, I believe. The Pure Food and Drug Act of 1906 required them to mark the contents. That became effective, I believe, in 1907. No end in sight. Looks like a liquor jug. A perfume with the stopper in place. So it's a cork, not a glass on glass. But it's possible there could still be a smell of the original perfume in there. It's a tooled top. And another one of these kind of glass tubes. Probably a machine-made piece. This pit is packed. It's actually difficult to dig because everything's just kind of intertwined down here. Gotta get one piece at a time. It's like a library paste bottle, I believe. Bottom's knocked out. It's probably a Carter's, would be my guess. You can see remnants of a paper label. A little English-made ale bottle, I believe. Machine-made crown top. And another liquor flask. There we go. Our first tooled top liquor flask out of this pit. Broken windows. Some of them actually have paint on them. Some kind of design or something. Could have been a advertising piece. And a tooled top round style prescription, circa 1905. Looks like it's broken. Broken Schmidt beer. All right, another round style prescription bottle, circa 1905. And another liquor flask, another machine-made piece. I have to point out this glass. So it's actually ruby flash is what this is called. That's a red coating they put over this. These are usually advertising pieces. Looks like this advertised North Dakota town. You can see ND for North Dakota. This could be a gold leaf. Another piece. Maybe we'll get all the pieces. Cool to see what town it's from. Oh, that's really nice. It's got almost like a carnival glass type finish on it. Some kind of semi-porcelain bowl. Now, this is difficult. I've been trying to get this jug out, but this crock is kind of wedged. And if I can get out the crock, the rest will kind of fall into place here. Or fall out of place, I guess. So much stuff everywhere here. Looks like some kind of machine-made threaded top piece. I'm gonna try. This is. There we go. Just want to make sure I don't break anything while pulling this out. Got it loose anyway. Broken glass jug in it. Anything inside? That's a beater crock. These would have been used to mix ingredients for baking. No company name on it. Now maybe we can work on this jug. There's like a sherry glass or a cordial cup. Some round nails in it. I always look at the manufacturing style of the nails because the machine cut or square nails were generally out of production by 1895. And a jelly jar. These usually held jellies, jams. Could have also held other products like cottage cheese, other kind of food products. I love the dinnerware, ornate dinnerware I'll get in some of these more prominent residents. Homer Laughlin. I believe this is an American-made piece. Got some nice, maybe 24 karat gold leaf paint on it there. I'm amazed at how much they threw down here. This is a very solid trash layer. Looks like there's a bottle back here. That's kind of holding that jug in place. Whiskey. I always mention these are whiskey or brandy flasks. There's confirmation. You can see whiskey, remnants of whiskey on the label. I believe that's the cork and seal type finish. And I thought I saw this piece break loose. Whoa! That is amazing. Look at that, it's a two-tone liquor jug. Looks like an Albany slip glaze and then a zinc glaze down here. Too bad this didn't have local advertising on it, because that would have been incredible with the two-tone finish. It's got to be circa 1905. Oh, a spoon came out with it. Looks like a maybe silver-plated piece that tarnished over the years. Maybe silver-plated brass. And plenty tobacco tins. These are usually like Sir Walter Raleigh. I've seen tuxedo tobacco in this part of the country. Usually the paint's too far gone to read. Oh, that's really cool. This might be a American-made piece. Homer Laughlin. The Angelus? I don't know what name that is. That's the pattern for this. They had different lines of dinnerware they sold, and each pattern was assigned a name. Looks like this is mint, some kind of semi-porcelain piece. Yeah, it keeps going. Haven't found the edges or the bottom. Here could be a Sun Oval style prescription. Blank. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Poison bottle. This is a very common type of poison. E.L. and Company. On the bottom, I don't know what that stands for, but I imagine this would have been for keeping down vermin, that kind of thing. Yeah, these bottles are just falling out. I can hardly take a scoop. Some kind of a, maybe toiletry. Like they had a paper label around the paneled piece there. These Victor ovals get me every time. It's got Victor on the bottom. That was a line maybe sold by the Aubert Nestor Glass Company, but don't quote me on that. With the increments in that reinforced lip, this is that 1908 to 1916 date range. A handle off of a enamelware piece. And a machine-made Mrs. Stewart's bluing bottle. Here we go. So this is some kind of a jelly tumbler preserve bottle. Unfortunately, that label is fairly gone. It's got a early style though. Look at all those bubbles in that glass. That's beautiful. And some more dinnerware. This looks like a drinking glass. Yeah, this one's got to be. I don't know if this one had anything packed in it as far as like a food product. Although I was told that some of those jelly tumblers, some of those companies would, that was a marketing technique to have them packed into a container that could be repurposed as a drinking glass. It's like a couple liquor bottles. Alright, there we go, a tooled top. Yeah, tooled top liquor bottle. This was, I believe, quart-sized, likely held whiskey or brandy. And some kind of a, maybe a soda tumbler, or a, could be for like ice cream, something along those lines. Pressed glass, I believe. And a machine-made liquor flask full of groundwater. You have a soda bottle. Looks broken. Oh, okay. It was a Horlicks malted milk from Racine, Wisconsin. That's kind of cool. Got a very unusual pattern, almost seems ahead of its time. Maybe some kind of teacup. And another machine-made cork and seal liquor flask, 1910 to 1920. Oh, there we go, ketchup bottle. Machine-made ketchup bottle. No company name. And another. And no cap on it. And another. Looks like a partial label. Can't make it out though. This one's actually a tooled top. A little earlier style. Eagle style liquor flask. I found this, what I believe to be a drawer pull. Looks like it's brass. It's got a really nice iron leaf pattern on it. Definitely a turn of the century era. I was cleaning down the south side of this. Just noticed all this stuff. What do we have here? 4 fluid ounces. AB Sorbian Jr. on the shoulder. Nice tooled top PSO. W.F. Young, Springfield, Massachusetts, USA. Kind of a cool piece. Oh wow, that's ornate. I think that's a semi-porcelain. I really like those colors. Some kind of a plain semi-porcelain platter, no maker's mark. Huh. Another one of these A.B. Sorbian Jr. bottles. Looks like some kind of pharmaceutical. And another. You know, it almost looks like Listerine. Wonder if it was some kind of oral care product, mouthwash. Let's see this jar. Oh, there we go, classic ball jar. Drop day double loop style, so you can see the line in front of the A. They call it a dropped A. And then a double loop on the L's. The triple loop has another loop on the underscore. It's a number 8. There's this ongoing rumor that the number 13 jars are rare because during Prohibition, moonshiners would break them because they were thought to be bad luck. This is a really interesting pit. There's all kinds of stuff thrown down here. Another silver-plated brass spoon. Gotta be careful pulling on this stuff because got some nasty cuts over the years, especially if the glass breaks when you're pulling on it and the new brake cuts you. Seems like there might be some kind of cap layer here and then stuff underneath it. I probed down in one spot and it seemed like I hit something like 2 or 3 feet down. Another tool top Eagle style liquor flask. Plenty of ornate dinnerware. A Nurser bottle. Sometimes these have company names on it. This one doesn't. It's a early machine-made piece. Looks like it held 8 ounces. You can see the increments along the side there. Huh. And another machine-made liquor flask. What do we have here? This looks like an old one. Feels whole. Let's see here. That's a very old beer bottle. It's got a turn mold. You can see the lines from the turn mold. This may be the oldest piece we've pulled up yet. Oh. Another 8-ounce Nurser bottle. This one's a tooled top. Definitely had a family living here at the residence. And an early machine-made liquor bottle, partial label. A couple other small objects we found here. This is interesting. It's a 12-gauge shotgun shell with kind of like a ridged edge. It's a little more ornate than most of them. Looks like it could have had like a paper tubing on it. And it says Peter's Ideal number 12, so it's 12-gauge. And this one says smokeless. Kind of cool. I think they're brass. It seems like this top layer we're working in on this light bulb had fallen out. There it is, Edison Mazda. So that's Thomas Edison. I believe he had shares in the Mazda company or something along those lines. This is an earlier one. I'd put this at circa 1915. And some kind of little maybe pharmaceutical type bottle. It's got a tooled top. And a machine-made ink bottle. Carter's. Yeah, so it was Carter's, Sanford's, and Thomas Inks were the major ink suppliers in the U.S. during this time. This is circa 1910. Kind of hard-packed dirt, almost like a backfill. What do we have here? B.J. Johnson Soap Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA. Palmolive shampoo. Oh wow, I think that's the Palmolive that's still being sold today. So there's the B.J. Johnson Soap Company and Palmolive shampoo. That's really cool. Let's see. There's so many bottles in this pit. And another liquor flask. This one's a tooled top piece. And a machine-made liquor flask full of groundwater. And another machine-made one. Oh, it's a different style liquor flask. I believe this is a Madison. It's got that kind of bulb neck on it. Madison style flask. Some kind of a square bottle. What do we have here? It's a tooled top. Almost looked like it was like an Eastman Kodak type bottle for film developing, but it has some residue there. Could be some kind of pharmaceutical. Another one of these drinking glasses. It's like a machine-made piece. And a tooled top Eagle style liquor flask. This looks like a salad dressing. It's a machine made piece. E.R. Durkee and Company, New York. 1877 patent on the bottle. Durkee salad dressing. And a machine-made ketchup bottle, circa 1915. Well, the pit finished out. There were a few more liquor flasks. I concluded this was likely a dipped outhouse pit used by the residents. Would have been cleaned out sometime around 1915. Got an amazing variety of pieces. Food bottles, toiletries, pharmaceuticals, mason jar, inks that poison, drinking glasses, patent medicines, bluings, shoe polish, that palm olive, some beer bottles, that milk, salad dressing, nursers, pharmaceuticals, prescriptions. See those 2 soda bottles, one from Fargo, the other from Moorhead. Got that liquor jug, a beater crock, plenty of broken dinnerware. All those liquor flasks and liquor bottles. That advertising picture. Well, there you have it. We'll get this thing filled back in.